Assalamu alaikum everyone. Once again I welcome you to my YouTube channel, that is Nawab Kiazai Nawabkiazai. As you know that we have started a series of prepositions and this is the third video of prepositions. So in today's video, in today's lesson, we will learn about in, on, it for time. We will learn in, on, it for time. Okay, so in is for periods and durations, on is for days and dates, and it is for hours and minutes. In is for periods and durations, on is for days and dates, and famous expression that if there is a day then there must be a date, and it is for hours and minutes. Okay, so let's go to the examples without any delay. Look at the example. In actually these written in red are prepositions. Okay, for your easiness I have written these in red so that you understand them easily. Okay, in 2 minutes you can say in 2 minutes, in 2 hours, in 2 days, in 2 weeks, in 2 months, in 2 years, etc. Okay, so you can say like this. Not only 2, in 5 hours, in 5 days, in 6 days, in 6 months, in 8 months, in 8 years, in 8 minutes, in 2 minutes, like this. Okay, so you can say randomly. Okay, in the afternoon, in the afternoon, in the afternoon. Now it is a duration of maybe 3 or 4 hours. So that's why when something is not known, the time is not clear. Okay, it's, you can say, kind of foggy, then we say what? In the afternoon. Okay, it's a period of time, so that's why it has, you can say, maybe 2-3 hours like this, so that's why we use in the afternoon. Okay, we can use in also for months. Okay, for the name of months: in April, in May, in June, in July, in August, in September, in October, etc. Then we use in for seasons. Okay, in winter, in summer, in spring, in autumn, etc. Okay, and we use in for years. Okay, in 1950, in 1951, in 1952, in 2000, in 2001, in 2002. Okay, so we can use in for years. So in 1950s, so if it is in 1950s, it does not mean only 50. It can be 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 until 60. For example, Elvis Presley sang songs in 1950s, or Elvis Presley sang songs in 50s. So it does not mean that he sang songs for just 1 year. Okay, he sang songs, I mean, I don't know much about him that for how long he sang songs. I'm just giving an example that Elvis Presley sang songs in 1950s. Okay, so it does not mean only 50. He sang songs in 1951, he sang songs in 1952, he sang songs in 1953, he sang songs in 1954. He just go on in this way until 60. Okay, so this is called decade. Okay, decade, different. Okay, so then in centuries, when something completes its 100, okay, then we say century. Okay, so when 100 years complete, we call it century. Okay, for century we say in the next century, in the last century. Okay, in 21st century, in okay, in 19th century, like this we can say. For also tenses we say, for tenses we say in the past, in the future. Okay, in the past, in the future, Okay, so for parts of the day, for example, in the evening. Now, evening is not for 1 hour. Evening can be, for say 6 hours, 7 hours, maybe 5 hours. Okay, at least five hours. Okay, so in the evening, for example, again in the morning, the same pattern. In the morning, it starts from, you can say, 4 o'clock morning AM, okay, until 11 o'clock AM. So it's a long period. So in this way, I will say I get up in the morning. Okay, so it's not known that I get up at 7 o'clock, I get up at 8 o'clock, I get up at 9 o'clock. No, because it's a long period. So for long periods, when something is not clear, then we say in. Okay, the same case goes to the evening also. Okay, in the evening, I drink tea in the evening. So it's possible that I drink at 4 o'clock, I drink 5 o'clock, I drink at 11 o'clock, I drink at 6 o'clock, I drink at 7 o'clock, like this. Okay, so anytime. So time is not clear. So okay, so that is evening. Okay, in the evening. Sometimes we say in the night. When it comes to daily basis, daily routine, then we say at night. Now you will be thinking that, sir, how is it possible that before you said that it is for fixed times, clear times, okay, point times, then why at night? Because night has a lot of hours, maybe 8, 10 or 12 hours, say, in a night. So how can it be 8? So this is called exception. English is a language where there are always exceptions along with the main part. Okay, so here in this lesson, it is the exception. It is apart from the main grammar. Okay, main rule. Okay, so here I was talking is about in the night. In the night, then we say when we talk about a specific night, not every night. When we talk about a specific night, then we say in the night. For example, I say I woke up in the night and went to the airport to receive my parents. I woke up in the night and also I got up. Okay, I got up in the night and went to the airport to receive my parents. In the night, but not always. Sometimes a specific night. Okay, not always. Okay, now let's go to the days and dates. Okay, on Sunday, okay, the days of the week. On Sunday, on Monday, on Tuesday, on Thursday, on Friday, on Saturday, etc. Okay, again on Mondays. Now you can see here it's plural. Why? Because on Mondays means there are 4 Mondays in a month. So I work on Mondays. It means I start working on Mondays. Okay, if you take the example of me, I start teaching on Mondays. It means I start teaching on every Monday. On every Monday. So that's why these Mondays become plural in a month. So that's why I say I start teaching on Mondays. Means on every Monday. Okay, on every Monday of the month. Okay, for example, we go to park on Sundays. So it means we go to park on every Sunday of the month. Okay, so in this way. Okay, other dates of the month. Okay, on 7 October, on 10 November, on 8 December, like this. Okay, again on Eid Eve. On Eid Eve. Now Eve we say about a specific day, okay, for a festival, for a religious festival, for a blessed day. Okay, so the night that comes before, we call it Eve. Okay, we call it Eve. It can be Eid Eve, Holiday Eve, Diwali Eve, Christmas Eve, okay, New Year's Eve, anything. Okay, the night that before comes. is called Eve. Okay, so on Eid Eve, okay, another special day, on his birthday, on my birthday, on your birthday, okay, etc. Okay, another day, okay, specific day, on Independence Day, okay, on Defense Day. There are many days actually like this, so I don't remember all of them. Okay, on 14 August 1947 is the Independence Day of say Pakistan. Okay, on the evening of Sunday. Now you will be thinking that how is it possible? Sir, you said here in the evening, now here on the evening. Then you will say when you will be referring to the day. Okay, here we do not mean evening, here we mean this day. Now remember, whenever you say the word day, you have to use on. Whenever you use the word Sunday, Monday, day word, okay, in your sentence, then you must use on. You'll have to use. Sometimes there can be exceptions. As I said before, this is English, you know. Yeah, so anything can happen in this language. So on the evening of Sunday or on Sunday evening, for example, we will meet on Sunday evening. Okay, we will meet on Monday evening. We will meet on Monday morning. So in this way, okay, on. For evening, morning, okay, you cannot say in evening, in morning. When we reflect about the day, when we reflect on day, then we do not use in, on, because we are talking about the day. Okay, we will meet on Sunday evening, we will meet on Monday morning. Okay, so in this way we use on, not in. Remember this. Here I would like to tell you one thing, that for days, but like today, tomorrow, yesterday, for these, no in, on, it. No, we do not use prepositions with them. Okay, I will go tomorrow, I'm coming today, I came yesterday. No it, on, in for these days. Remember this. Okay, on the weekend is the US English, and at the weekend is the UK English, British English. Okay, so this is the difference. Now let's go to the part that is at. Okay, now can you see the examples? At the moment, at sunrise, at sunset, at dawn, at dusk, at bedtime, at lunchtime, at dinner time. Now remember this, whenever you use the word time in your sentence, then you should use at. For example, at lunchtime, at dinner time, at school time, at college time, at university time, at any time. Okay, at night, when we talk about the daily routine, then we use at night. As I said here, in the night, that was a specific night. Here we talk about every night. For example, very famous example, okay, very easy example, that we sleep at night, so it means every night. Okay, then we say at midnight. Okay, then we say at noon. We don't say in the noon. Why we don't say in the noon? Because noon is just for 1 hour. It starts from 12 o'clock until 1 o'clock. Okay, so it's clear, okay, obvious. Then we say at noon. Okay, for the hours, at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, at 10 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, etc. Okay, at 4:30, at 5:30, at 6:30, at 7:30, at 8:30, etc. Again, at a quarter to 5, at a quarter to 6, at a quarter to 7, at a quarter to 10, etc. Then at this time, at that time, then at present or at the present. Now remember this, in the past, in the future, but at the present or at present. At the weekend is UK English, on the weekend is US English. Now here comes the problem that we have always heard, okay, you along with me, that at the beginning, in the beginning, at the end, in the end. Now why is it so, okay, say tricky, and has a lot of problem to understand that why is it sometimes at the beginning, sometimes in the beginning, sometimes in the end, sometimes at the end, sometimes at the middle, sometimes in the middle. Why is it so? So today I am here to solve this problem forever, ever. Okay. So here I have drawn a map of the month with digits that 1 2 3 4 5 6 until 30. You can see here. Now see, at the beginning means on the first date of the month. At the beginning. In the beginning means during the first days of the month. During the first days of the month. Can be second day of the month, third day of the month, fourth day of the month, fifth day of the month. Around the beginning. You can see, we pay the bills at the beginning of the month. It means on first date of the month, on first day of the month, we pay the bills. You can see here. If we say we pay the bills in the beginning of the month, it means it can be second day of the month, third day of the month, fourth day of the month, fifth day of the month. So it's a long period, so that's why we use in the. We use for point time, for exact time. For sharp time. You can see it here, it's sharp, so that's why we use it. Again the same case here. It is fortnight. Fortnight means anything that takes 15 days, or anything that happens after 15 days. So that's called fortnight. Or you can say the 15th day of the month. The middle of the month is called fortnight. So if you don't understand fortnight, so leave it. We take the word middle. We pay the bill at the middle of the month means we pay the bill on the 15th day of the month. So here it's called it. You can see, we pay the bills in the middle of the month. This means we pay the bills, you can say, in around the middle of the month. You can say we pay the bills in the middle of the month means it can be 13th of the month, 14th of the month, 16th of the month, 17th of the month, any day of this month. So in this way we say we pay the bills in the middle of the month. Again the same case, we pay the bills at the end of the month means on 13th day of the month. On the last day of the month we pay the bills. Then we say we pay the bills at the end of the month means on 30th day of the month. If we say we pay the bills in the end of the month, that is around the end. Then we say in the end. Like when we say we pay the bills in the end of the month, we pay the bills in the end of the month, it means it can be 26th day of the month, 27th day of the month, 28th day of the month, 29th day of the month. So in this way we say. Now leave this example. Let's take another example. For example, let's talk about a movie. Now if I say that I stood up at the beginning of the movie, it means I stood up at the first minute. As I glanced at the movie on the TV, I stood up. Why? Because I had seen it a lot before, so that's why it was boring for me. So I stood up. I stood up at the beginning of the movie because I didn't like the movie. So it means I stood up at the first minute of the movie. I didn't stay longer there. If I say I stood up in the beginning of the movie, Now here it means for a few minutes I stayed there and I watched the movie, then I didn't like it, I couldn't understand the climax, so okay. I couldn't understand the story, then I stood up. I stood up in the beginning of the movie means I stood up, you can say at the second minute, at the third minute, at the fourth minute, at the fifth minute, at the 10th minute, even at the 15th minute I stood up. Okay, so that was I stood up in the beginning of the movie, that was I stood up at the beginning of the movie. Okay, so this is the difference. Now let's go to the end. I arrived at the end of the movie. I arrived at the end of the movie. It means I arrived at the last minute of the movie. At the last minute of the movie. Okay. So we say I arrived at the end of the movie. Okay. If I say I arrived in the end of the movie, I arrived in the end of the movie means a few minutes were remaining when I arrived there. So those minutes can be 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, even 15 minutes. Okay, then I will say I arrived in the end of the movie. Okay, let's take another example. For example, a cricket match. Okay, so if I say Afridi hit a six, Afridi hit a six at the beginning of the match, it means Afridi hit a six on the first ball of the first over. Okay, of the match. Afridi hit a six on the first ball of the first over of the match. Then we say Afridi hit a six at the beginning. If I say Afridi hit a six in the beginning of the match, it means Afridi hit a six maybe on the second ball, on the third ball, on the fourth ball, on the fifth ball, on the sixth ball of the first over. Okay, understood? In the beginning, at the beginning. At the beginning, first ball, in the beginning can be any of these 6 balls of the first over. The same case applies here, that Afridi hit a 6 at the end of the game. Afridi hit a 6 at the end of the match. So it means Afridi hit a 6 at the last ball of the match. Last ball of the last over. Okay, then he hit a 6. So in this way, at the end of the match or at the end of the game. Okay, if I say Afridi hit a 6 in the end of the match, it means Afridi hit a 6 in the last over. Okay, that could be the that can be the second ball, that can be the third ball, that he hit a 6 on the second ball, he hit a 6 on the third ball. It can be that he hit a 6 on the fourth ball, on the fifth ball, on the sixth ball of the last over. Okay, so in this way we say Afridi hit a 6 in the end of the match, means in the last balls of the match. Okay, here in the last balls of the last over. Here in the beginning means in the first balls of the first over. In the first balls of the first over. I hope you have understood today's message. So this is enough for today. We will meet in a next video with a new grammatical point. So till then, stay tuned.